Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat, YouTube and Facebook for our WWE NXT, The Great American Bash 2023 preview. Here to predict the card for this coming Sunday from Cedar Park, Austin, Texas, as only we can. I am here on my own for now. Don't worry, I won't be alone for much longer. Thank you, everyone who is joining us live here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, here on the True Hill Heat Facebook for another pay-per-view preview. It seems like every time we think that we are not going to see a lot of shows for a certain amount of time, we always get more. And the last pay-per-view preview that I did on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel was for the G1 Climax 33 tournament at the beginning of the month. And now here we are at the end of the month for the NXT, the Great American Bash. I appreciate everyone who is joining us live here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel and Facebook. I want to let you know I appreciate you. I appreciate anyone who is watching on demand as well on all of these platforms. And if you're listening to this preview, we appreciate you as well. Show your appreciation back in the simplest way possible. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And of course, if you are with us live, sound off in the live chat. I see we got a bunch of folks already in the live chat, so keep sounding off in the live chat. We want to hear your predictions for WWE NXT, the Great American Bash for this coming Sunday, July 30th from Austin, Texas. We want to hear your predictions, so sound off in the live chat with your predictions for each and every match, including the pre-show, because there is a pre-show matchup, because NXT is a lot different from the main roster. But I did tell ya I wasn't alone. I am joined by my tag team partner. I got a few tag team partners here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We got the trios team of myself, Miss Chrissy Love, and Top Guy JJ. We got the Thursday tag team on AE Ramble of me and Jimmy Macaram. Basically, the Can They Coexist tag team that me and Top Guy JJ once were when we were just a tag team. That's me and Jimmy Macaram. You got me and Sober Guy JJ, where I don't know if he's going to show up like Ric Flair at Halloween Havoc 1995. But if you want my tag team partner, who was once an enemy and now a dear, dear friend, the Sheamus to my Cesaro, it's Romeo Anthony Colon. How you doing, Romeo?
What's up, buddy? Sorry for all those technical difficulties, but I'm here. Hopefully, my computer doesn't regurgitate any more than it already has.
I only knew you were here because you love to change the colors on that I so expertly picked because it matched with the blue NXT logo. But like my introduction, I gave you a different intro than I usually give you.
I appreciate that.
We're dear friends. We're the MJF and Adam Cole of True Hill Heat.
Really?
You're MJF, of course. You're MJF.
Of course, yeah.
Of course, you're MJF. I'm Adam Cole.
Yes,
I'm the good guy.
I feel
I'm
better.
the good guy here. I'm the good guy.
Okay,
here.
I'll take that.
Who's gonna be Roderick Strong with the broken neck?
Could be a whole cast of characters, really.
But yes, please share this video on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're watching us on demand, please sound off in the live chat. We've been getting a lot of more comments on our live videos after the fact, and that really helps out the YouTube algorithms, helps out more people to see these videos. So if you can comment down below and let us know who you think is going to win at NXT The Great American Bash this coming Sunday, let us know in the comments down below. But Romeo, this is your forte, your wheelhouse, NXT. What have you thought about the build-up heading into the Great American Bash, and what's your feelings going into this Sunday's card?
I thought the build up is kind of tame. You know, like it's not terrible, but it's not great at the same time either. I feel like there's been a lot of last week or two kind of stuff going on. It's very Tony
Yeah.
Khan-ish, which I don't like in my leading up to a pay per view. Um, some of these stories are a little more flushed out, some of them, but yeah. And what else did you ask?
Just overall feelings on this Sunday's card.
I'll be good. I'll be good for this show because number one, it's not in Florida. I like it when they go somewhere else. They'll
Yeah.
be in Texas. There'll be a lively crowd. And number two, I think the main event is an absolute banger, worth the admission alone. And everybody else, you know, it should be a good opportunity for a little bit of the cast here. Some good opportunities out there.
Sounds about right. For me as well, I am very much looking forward to the card. I thought the Battlegrounds card was good and turned out to be a good show. It's just not a lot of people watched it because it was on the same day as Double or Nothing. I'm glad they chose a weekend that was away from everything else, that they could stand alone and they can stand out. I feel like Battleground went underneath a lot of people's radar because they chose the same day as Double or Nothing.
What a weird concept. Yeah.
Weird concept. Just doing your own weekend, not trying to double up and counter program. But like I said, sound off in the live chat. We love to hear from all of you. We got Vala B, one of our members in the chat. You can become a member as well by hitting that join button. $1 a month, just $1. You could become a member of the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, exclusive perks, and you get your comments read on screen during our live streams. Vala B says, if possible, I'd like to suggest Mr. Perry to join the review roundtable. I may have to make that call. I'll pull back the curtain a little bit. I've been trying to book Mr. Perry to be on the flagship show, have him back on there with me and Miss Chrissy Love. But
We don't need
I
him there.
know he, I
NXT
know,
review.
I know he's a big NXT fan, so that's why
And
I might
school's out.
make that call. Yeah, exactly.
Now's the time to do it.
We got Frantic World that says, what's up, SP3 and chat? We got Queen Monet who says hello. We got Vala B saying, my brothers and sisters, hit the like. Absolutely. Caden letting us know I'll be at the show ringside. There you go. Caden at a wrestling show. What an interesting concept.
Yeah. Texas too.
You know. Vala B saying Caden ringside in a Texas wrestling show. Say it ain't so. Just don't have gum thrown at you, I guess. Asu says, what's up, SP3, Romeo, and chat. We also got Vala B who says Chrissy is Roddy. We got Frantic World who says Josh is Roddy Strong. Josh doesn't care that much. I don't know if he'll care. And speaking of such, Josh says what SP3 said at Romeo. There you go. There you go. So we got the pleasantries out the way. Remember to drop that like. Always helps out. But let's get into this card. There's 7 matches in total, and one will be on the pre-show. I guess that's starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time, the pre-show on WWE Network and the Peacock. We're going to have an 8-person tag team encounter. It's going to be Dragon Lee, Nathan Frazier, Ulysses Leon, and Valentina Feroz. Varus. I said that a lot better than I thought I would. No versus Noam Dar, Oro Mensa, Miss Jackson, and Lash Legend, the Metaphor. Awful fucking name.
Really?
That would say,
because I love it.
It's awful. It's
I love
so
it.
bad. It's so bad. It's
I
what
love
are you a
anything with
metaphor
number 4.
for?
I love anything with the number 4. It's meta 4. 4, the number 4.
What are you a metaphor for?
No, it's not a metaphor. It's meta
Yes.
4.
But you're spelling out. You're
No.
making the
It's not
word
spelling out. It's
metaphor.
the number
You're
4.
metaphor.
Meta
Metaphor.
4.
Metaphor. They
Not
spelled out the word
metaphor
for.
like analogy
Then
or
they
simile.
spelled
Not
out.
like that.
They spelled out the word for. Stop it. Romeo, who you got with it?
Since it's on the kickoff, I'll go with the baby faces here. There's, a plethora of other people to take a pinfall instead of Noam Dar here. Even though I think Metaphor should win, they're the stable, they're the established stable. They're going to push going forward, I assume. But I'm going to go with the baby faces here. And can we get a Dragon Lee something better to do, please, while we're at it?
Way to go, signing with WWE over AEW, Dragon Lee.
Hey, it's all about the long run.
I'm sorry. When Commander is doing better than you in AEW, that's a problem.
What is Commander really doing, though? What is he doing? Jumping around?
He's being featured more than Dragon Lee on the kickoff show.
They've got the same amount of success.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Commander been on TV a lot more than Dragon Lee. But I'm gonna go with Metaphor, that awful fucking name. I think that Noam Dar needs the win to get back into contention for the Heritage Cup. And I think that the ladies will be involved in the fall. So I could see Leon or Ferus taking the loss in this one. And Metaphor, they need some goddamn wins because they haven't even won as a unit yet.
All right. Yeah.
We got in the chat here, we got Caden who says, I'm with Romeo. I love Metaphor. And that should tell you you're absolutely wrong, Romeo.
Oh, there's been plenty of times where he's agreed with you, and then it's okay.
No. He's just trying to suck up. There's a difference.
Suck up to me.
We got Valabi who says, we are Fortune 4. Yes. Did you like that name too? Fortune?
No.
Exactly. So to keep the same energy with Metaphor. Awful fucking name. We got Caden who says, so happy they're bringing back kickoff matches. They've been brought this back. They've been doing this since Stand and Deliver, pretty much. It's just the main roster doesn't do kickoff matches. We got Valabi who says, look, Dragon Lee loves the sound of freedom. Freedom! Oh, freedom! We got Caden who says Pillman Jr. going to fit right in. He says Dragon Lee also fell into on hole at the VC. Oh, boy. That's not good.
I don't even know what that means.
I just know
I know what it
good.
means, but I don't know what the reference to Dragon Lee is.
Me either. Let's go to the main card for the Great American Bash. And if it's the Great American Bash, gotta have a Great American hero, as we're gonna have Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson make his in-ring debut with 5 days notice this Sunday. He's going to go one-on-one with Baron Corbin. It was during his segment where he made his decision, the decision part 2. Gable Steveson said that Baron Corbin made his decision easy for him when Corbin tried to convince him to go back to the Olympics or go back to college. Don't come to the WWE. Gabe Steveson said that you made my decision easy. I'm going to have my first match against you this Sunday at the Great American Bash. And then hit some very nice German suplex, rolling German suplex into a belly-to-belly suplex, which I thought was very well done. How much are you looking forward to this? What do you expect from Gable Steveson, and who do you think wins?
I am looking forward to it. I have high hopes with Gable Steveson, even though a lot of what I see on Twitter is, man, you're coming after him. WWE's never going to launch that, though. Listen, the whole decision thing, I was like, I didn't agree with it at all. One bit. You're going to choose NXT over becoming a first-time, 2-time Olympic gold medalist in wrestling? What? No, that's a ridiculous choice. Are you kidding me? WWE's always going to be there. I hope behind the scenes they're letting him do both. I hope, because that's you got to go for it. You got to go for that again. What's better than an Olympic gold medalist? A two-time Olympic. They would love that. They'd love that. It separate him a bit from Kurt Angle. Oh, but Kurt Angle did it with a broken freaking neck, so I'll never forget that. I think this match is going to be passable. I think Baron Corbin's a good veteran for him to have his first match win. Baron Corbin, speaking of, the last match for Kurt Angle is the first match for Gable Steveson. That's pretty cool.
Gotta love that.
I got Gable Steveson winning. His suplexes are a thing of beauty. All he's got to do is build around that, an offense around that. He's got to be a good seller too.
Yeah.
The character stuff, that's going to have to come with time, I guess. He seemed natural talking there on Tuesday. It just seemed like he was just being himself, that's a good start. That's fine. But eventually he's going to have to become more sports entertaining, in this company. I got Gable Steveson winning. I think it should be a passable match. I don't think it'll be a long one. I think he'll look great with his suplexes and everything, and Corbin should carry him well. What do you think?
Only thing I'm worried about is his selling. I don't know if he's going to be able to sell very well. I do have Gable Steveson getting the win here. I think it's pretty obvious that he is going to get the win here, and that Baron Corbin is gone back to developmental to put over some young talent. It's just how long is Gable Steveson going to be on NXT? And way to go, Monday Night Raw, that long-term draft pick that you did in 2021. It's on NXT right now. Remember when Raw picked Gable Steveson with their last pick in the draft? And now he's only showed up on the show once.
Yeah. Well, he's better off starting in NXT.
Yeah.
Trying to rush him to Raw was a dumb idea.
Most anyone just starting off in their career and coming into WWE are better off starting in NXT than going to the main roster. Let's go to the next match. The only other non-title match on the main card is going to be a Weapons Wild match, as you're going to have Roxanne Perez going one-on-one with Blair Davenport. It's been Blair Davenport who was the person behind all the mystery attacks on most of the women's roster of NXT, including Roxanne Perez. She jumped her backstage. They had a matchup a few weeks back with Blair Davenport getting the win. But can Roxanne Perez get some revenge here? They had a huge supermarket brawl, shades of Roxanne's trainer Booker T, on last night's edition of NXT. Can they bring that aggression in this match here? Would it live up to the stipulation? And who do you think wins this one,
Romeo? Yeah, this is one of the tougher ones for me to call on the card. I like how they're having Roxanne do something different here, where she's trying to show a mean streak. We already know she can wrestle and she can go in the ring. This is a different part of her character that we're trying to bring out of her, the aggression, without being a heel. But Blair Davenport, they seem to like her too because of how dominant she's come across. And the supermarket thing kind of throws me off a little bit. Like, that was sort of Roxanne getting the upper hand there. Is she going to get the upper hand again and win this too? I think Roxanne has a really good performance, but comes up short. I think Blair wins.
If this matchup was in any other place besides Austin, Texas, I would agree with you 100%. This seems like the opportunity to give the hometown babyface the big win in front of our hometown crowd. I think Roxanne Perez gets the victory here. And then potentially you have a big time NXT Women's Championship matchup for another premium live event later this year with Roxanne and Tiffany Stratton, since Roxanne hasn't been called up yet.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We got a bunch of people going for Roxy as well as Gable Steveson in the first two matchups that we talked about. Follow B saying I got Roxy in this hardcore
guys,
match.
It's Roxanne, guys. Roxanne. Roxy is thing of the past.
That's her. Oh, that's her real name. We gotta call her by her slave name now. Let's talk about the
Real
NXT.
name.
the NXT Tag Team Championships up for grabs, as it's going to be Gallus, Wolfgang, and Mark Coffey going up against the D'Angelo family. Tony D'Angelo, free at last, and Shannon Stacks Lorenzo. It was Gallus who were responsible for putting Tony D'Angelo away in jail. He was in there for 2 months as Stacks tried to get answers, tried to find out who was behind this, and then they came up with a ploy to convince Gallus that Stacks was the one behind all of this and that he wanted Tony D'Angelo in jail that would allow, I guess, the Stacks to get a matchup with Joe Coffey for winner takes all. If Stacks won, Tony D would be released from jail and they get a tag team title shot. And if he lost, he would go to trial. And of course, Stacks got the victory. Tony D'Angelo is free. And now they get their tag team title shot at the Great American Bash. It feels like the momentum is on the D'Angelo family side. And I've been bored to death of Gallus title reign since they won the titles. So I'm going with the D'Angelo family. Who do you got, Romeo?
Yes, we need a title change on this show, and this is the perfect opportunity to do it. Love Tony D'Angelo. This storyline's been one of the better ones on NXT. Yes, what better way to cap off the homecoming than becoming tag team champions? I like this little team. I like it. I wish they would add more to the family. You seem to see some random characters during the homecoming that, I don't know, maybe they are wrestlers backstage. I don't know, maybe not, but I think the family needs to be expanded in some way, some capacity. But yeah, let me go with them for the win, the W.
So we're in agreement. The family for the win. We do have a question here from John Elite. Romeo, is Roxanne main roster ready?
No, she can improve on some things, mainly character stuff, promos. The in ring, she's ready. Obviously, yes. If you just want to throw her up there, just to wrestle good matches and that's it. I don't mind her sticking around more and working on her game, improving.
The real question is Roxanne more ready than 50% of the people that got called up during the draft? And that answer is, in fact, hell yes. She is better than Indy Hartwell. She's better than Odyssey Jones. She's better than Zion Quinn. Notice we haven't seen any of these people. She's better than
no plans
most of the
for
people
guys
that are on the main roster. The Zia Lees of the world, the Dana Brooks of the world. Yeah. Roxanne, as far as in-ring, she is ready, but I agree with Romeo. She does need to a little bit more polish as far as her promos and character work. We got John Elite,
which I think she's been doing good in NXT.
Yeah, especially this program. This program
Yes.
has helped her out. John Elite says Gallus boys on top. We got Chris New champions. Someone tell me what has Gallus done that's been entertaining? Because I watch NXT. I don't watch it live most weeks. The last couple of weeks I have watched it live, but I still am. I'm literally standing here. They've won these titles back in February, and I'm still sitting here like, why? Like they haven't had any great matches. They've had good matches. Don't get me wrong, but they haven't had great matches for me to be like, okay, they deserve to be tag team champions. They just had decent, good matches, not great. And their promo work is not that mind blowing. Their character work is not that mind blowing. The best person with the character work is the person who's not the champion, Joe Coffey. Like I think that Gallus is the most boring NXT tag team champions in the history of this title.
Yeah, you may be onto something there. I think they're better with Joe Coffey in the fold, but yeah, he is the best of the bunch. He's not. He's going to be on the outside of this match. There needs to be, okay. We take the titles off of them, and there needs to be more of a focus on Joe Coffey, the individual, going forward.
I agree. Will Chisholm saying, I love how Tony D and Dom went to the same jail. That was great. Benny, he's a good dude. Benny. Ace says the D'Angelo family for the win. And Queen Monet also says, I got Tony D and Stacks. and Queen One Ace way more entertaining in NXT UK. They weren't that entertaining in NXT UK. Best thing about them was their theme song, and they changed that shit. What the fuck?
They have
NXT.
they have
Yeah.
decent matches. I love their finisher, but there haven't been much to. This has been their best story to sink their teeth into. This right here.
Yeah. And even with the finisher, it took them like what 3-4 finishers to figure out which one would work because they had that awful finisher where they just used to do a forearm into like a
Yeah,
fireman's carry before, which I
that was
hated.
bad.
I hated that shit. But let's talk about the NXT Women's Championship up for grabs, as it's gonna be the person on the Tiffy top, Tiffany Stratton, defending against Thea Hale. Thea
Yeah,
Hale.
hell.
Thea Hale in a submission match. It was back at Gold Rush. Thea Hale got her first opportunity at the NXT Women's Championship and actually made Tiffany Stratton tap out to her double wrist lock, the Kimura. But
Excuse
unfortunately,
me. I did not tap out. I gently touched the mat 3 times.
gently grazed the match. Gently grazed the match 3 times. But Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak distracted the referee, cost Thea Hale the championship. She's been looking for another shot and convinced Tiffany Stratton to give her another shot and put her in a Kimura until she made it a submission matchup. Can Thea Hale make history and become the youngest NXT Women's Champion in history? Or will Tiffany Stratton's reign continue? Who do you got here? I think they've done a good job on short notice with this feud, in my opinion.
Thea Hale can make history. She won't make history. Tiffy time. I love Tiffany Stratton. Oh my god. Her character work is outstanding. And her in ring is improving by the week. So really high hopes for her. And now this is a test that I didn't even see her ever taking a submission match. Whoa. It's gonna be interesting to see what she can do here. If she needs any ideas, figure four, figure eight, maybe. I don't know. Few ideas to throw out there. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, I want to see what Tiffany can bring in this kind of match. They'll probably play it off as like, she barely gets by, but with some kind of submission. I don't know what it's going to be, but yeah, let me go Tiffany Stratton. I can't see a scenario where they want to go with Thea Hale and all do all that, but no, this is pride for Tiffany.
I really want to go with Tiffany Hale. I think she's been very impressive in this whole
Wait, what'd you say? You
program.
said Tiffany Hale. Which
Oh,
one?
excuse me, Thea Hale. Excuse me. I really like Thea Hale. She's really impressed me in this program. She just has that energy of like the your little daughter, your little sister. You're like the spunky, energetic little girl that you wanna see do her best. That's Thea Hale. I think she's been very impressive, super hyper as well. But I do agree with you. Tiffany Stratton just won this championship in May at Battleground. You can't have her reign end this soon. Don't do what you did to Roxanne Perez, which is cut her legs from underneath her when she's getting her momentum going as champion. They did that to Roxanne Perez, and they're still trying to recover Roxanne Perez from there. Don't do it to Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton needs the win, and she does have a submission. She was doing the Indian Deathlock for a while on NXT television last year, and I think she did it in the matchup with Lyra Valkyria at Battleground as well.
Okay.
We got here
I do
in
like
the
Thea Hale too. Yeah, I know what you're saying about her, being bubbly, energetic young baby face. I do like her. I just don't this is I wouldn't do it here.
That's fair. We got Frantic World that says Thea Hale's going to be super hyper for this matchup. She's super hyper for every matchup. We got Hassan who says, I vote for Thea Hale. We got Chris who says, Thea Hale, new champ because Tiffany Stratton doesn't have a submission. She,
What?
in
He just
fact,
told
does.
you.
We got Ace who says Tiffany Stratton, and we got John Elite who says Tiffany Stratton. So it seems Tiffany has a little bit more of an edge, but a little bit more 50-50 as far as the chat on who they think is going to win that one. But let's see about this one. This is the newest match made last night for this Sunday show, as it's going to be NXT North American Champion Dirty Dom. Dirty Dominic Mysterio defending against the former champion Wesley and the number one contender Mustafa Ali. Ali got in the face of Dom and Wes, saying that it was Wesley's fault. This clown who didn't listen to me, when I said not to defend the title against you. They got into a brawl with one another, kind of instigated by Dom and Rhea, who Rhea actually convinced Dom to take the triple threat. Don't take one challenge after another. And this is the wisdom of a woman, because she knows Dom has more of a chance in the triple threat than he would one-on-one. Great
Mommy knows
wisdom.
best. And
Mommy
mommy's always
knows
on
best.
top.
Mommy knows best. Because of the success of Dom on NXT last week, because of the success that they continued on SmackDown and Raw this week, I am going to go with Dominic Mysterio. I thought that this would be maybe a short run and he would drop the title back to Ali or Lee at this show. But because of the rating success, because of the social media success of Dominic Mysterio being a draw on the show, and even on Monday Night Raw, the 2 million people watched him and Sami Zayn for the North American Championship. This is helping out, put more eyes on an NXT Championship. Dom has to retain. I'm going with Dirty Dom. What you got?
Dom 100% needs to win. You can't just put the title on for 2 weeks and then that's it. Like, no, we're having too much fun. Judgment Day is one of the hottest things going. Judgment Day could find themselves in a position where everyone in that group has everything come after next Saturday. You want to have that visual. So yes, you keep the title here on Dom. Originally, when this first happened, I didn't have a problem with Dom winning. It was just that the match that he wanted in was terrible and it wasn't Wesley's fault. And I did kind of feel bad for Wesley because he had this dominant run. He's already had this story going with Mustafa Ali, that it seemed that they were leading to just this one-on-one encounter, and then it just out of nowhere, Dirty Dom comes in, and you have this main roster infusion into your business, and they have to do that. They have to do that because it works more for Dominic, it works more for Judgment Day, it works more for the company. So I kind of felt bad for him. He's like a victim of circumstances there. And he's going to be a victim of circumstances here again. But this will be like the most main roster match he's ever had with practically two guys from the main roster.
Yeah.
I think they're both going to sort of team up on Wesley. Wesley's going to play the underdog role the whole match. In the end, Wesley's going to make his comeback. Dom and Ali, they're going to have some miscommunication, but while Wes is having his comeback, Dom's going to sneak a pin off of all of Wesley's work. Wesley's going to get screwed again.
I can see that. I see it more being Ali and Lee double teaming Dom. I don't see them double teaming Wesley. I don't see Mustafa Ali teaming up with Dom because of what he said during that promo yesterday. That wouldn't make too much sense. I could see it more being on that, then breaking down, them going at it with one another. Then you get your triple threat moment. The only kind of tweak I would say to your booking of the ending is Dom. Wesley hits the cardiac kick on Mustafa Ali. Dom throws out Wesley, but Wesley's going to get back in because he's fast, and Rhea holds his leg. And that's how Dom wins.
Mommy, of course. Listen, Dominic, there's no way you can mess up this match, right? Just stay out the way. Let Ali and Wesley do all the work. You mix a little spots in there that you don't have to do much. Let them make magic.
And I don't feel bad for Wesley. I feel bad for Tyler Bate. This was Tyler Bate's spot.
Yeah.
That's what we were really building to. We were building to that triple threat. And then it got twisted up into this triple threat out of nowhere. And this is why I told people, that is why I was disappointed in the Wesley Tyler Bate matchup, because I was like, that's the only Wesley Tyler Bate matchup we're gonna get right now. I told people
who could have guessed Dominic Mysterio's gonna be inserted into all this?
But I knew when they gave us that matchup at Gold Rush, I was like, we're not getting that matchup at Great American Bash now. we're not going to get that matchup at the pay-per-view where they can really give us the match we were looking forward to. They made the whole goddamn match about Mustafa Ali playing this heelish referee, and now he's not even the referee going, he's not even the heel going into the matchup at the pay-per-view. He's the tweener.
Yep.
Very
Yeah, I forgot all about Tyler Bate. You're right.
Very weird booking. Will Chisholm saying SP3, we all know WWE want that picture of Judgment Day holding everything so Dom wins. I can see that. I could
Triple
definitely
H and
see
Shawn
that.
Michaels not barely talking to each other. We need better communication here. Sean, you might want to hold off on that because I'm gonna have Dom Mysterio come to NXT. It's like, what? No, what are we doing? Come on,
I
let's
think Dom.
think.
I think Dom was the right choice to beat Wesley, though.
No, that's fine, yeah. But I'm saying like the way the storyline was going, the way you were talking about, it's
Yeah.
going one direction, and then boom, here's Dom Mysterio.
I think they got probably the heads up the week before Judgment Day was on, because that they made that matchup with Tyler Bate and Mustafa Ali that week. So I think that this is probably, it was like 2 weeks before they made the plan for Dom to beat Wesley. That's what I think.
No problem with Dom though, being North American champion.
Yeah.
I do want to see him more in NXT. The more reps Dom can get, the better. He is. He's getting all the reps. They got him booked on every damn show.
He had a really good matchup against Sami Zayn on Monday. So
Sami Zayn is a miracle worker. What a job by Sami.
Also true. Also true.
Stupid
Remorse Betrayal. Thank you for showing up here in the chat saying Dom pins Wesley. We shall see. We shall see. But finally, we got the main event. This is definitely the match that I think is going to steal the show. Main event, Carmelo Hayes defending the NXT Championship against the number one contender, Ilja Dragunov. Ilja Dragunov defeated Braun Breaker to become the number one contender for the NXT Championship, and he has been hunting down this championship ever since having to relinquish the NXT UK Championship last year. He's been in triple threat matches for the NXT Championship. He's had to go through obstacle upon obstacle, whether it's Dijak, whether it's Braun Breaker. Now he has one last obstacle to reach his destiny of becoming NXT champion, but can he dethrone the dynasty that is Carmelo Hayes, who has coming off a victory over Baron Corbin at Gold Rush? These two got physical last night on NXT after winning a six-man tag against the Schism. It was during the matchup Dragunov dropped Trick Williams with his torpedo headbutt. Trick Williams called him out for a brawl later in the night, and Dragunov was going to finish him off with a torpedo when Carmelo Hayes stepped in and took the bullet for his good friend Trick Williams. Is that bullet going to come back and haunt him on Sunday, or is he going to get a revenge for that in the main event? Romeo, what have you thought about the build-up for this matchup? Who do you think wins?
The build-up has been fine. I mean, it kind of reminds me a lot, not a lot, but a little bit of when Braun Breaker was a babyface. They had Braun and Carmelo build up because Ilya's a babyface here. Ilya's changed up his look a little bit, which I kind of like. I think he looks cooler. But yeah, Carmelo's going to win here, but this is going to be a banger. It'll be a NXT Match of the Year candidate. Ilya had a banger just a couple weeks ago against Braun Breaker in the ring. Ilya always has bangers. He's a special talent when he's in the ring, when he's in those ropes. I kind of want him to win. Like, I'm rooting for him. It's not nothing against Carmelo. It's just I really like Ilja Dragunov too. And if he loses here, I don't know what's next for Ilya. Does he keep being here in NXT? Does he go full turn heel, do the same thing Breaker did? Is there a spot for him on the main roster? I heard rumors about adding him to Imperium. I don't know. But Mello here's banger. I think this is going to be one to talk about on Monday.
I think so as well. I think that these are two of the top 5 best workers in NXT. I think you could throw people like Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee and Wesley into that mix, but these two are right up there with all of those guys. I think that this is going to be Melo's best title defense of his entire reign because Dragunov just does not have anything less than great matches on NXT premium live events, and especially when you look at his resume for this year, especially like the matchup, the 5-way for the North American Championship at Stand and Deliver, the Dijak Last Man Standing matchup. This is just going to be another one that over delivers in a big way. But I got Carmelo Hayes edging out, getting the victory. I would not be mad. I would not be upset if Ilja Dragunov wins, but I just don't think it's the right time for Carmelo Hayes to drop this title.
Agreed.
We got Trey in the chat saying Ilja doesn't have a bad match ever. 100% agree. Remorse Betrayal talking about the last match, saying this is where I think Finn and Damian interfere in the matchup since Trick and Mellow Gang got in their business. Oh, okay. Oh, he's talking about this matchup. So he thinks Judgment Day is going to get involved in this.
Oh, they may want to rethink that because I've seen who Trick and Mello are hanging out with now. Slow down there, Judgment Day.
I don't know if you want problems with Lashley. Trey saying Mello don't miss. Frantic World saying Carmelo Hayes for the win. Terrence Childs, who says I think this is supposed to be Braun Breaker.
Barn Baker.
Barn Baker on this card. No, he is not on this card, but he did kickstart a feud with Von Wagner.
Well, you can't say that anymore. You can. You see his
still
medical
young.
condition. You
He's
can't
still
do
young.
that.
I'm
you
still
should feel
yawning.
ashamed of yourself. Ever
Still
making fun of
yawning.
him.
I'm still yawning. I'm not making fun of how he looks. I'm making fun of how he is.
The crowd's into him. He's become the powerbomb guy. It's very it's like an ECW 911 gimmick.
It's a
Remember
gimmick.
that?
It's gimmicked. It's gimmicked pop. It's table pop.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I mean. That's still better than nothing. What he was doing before.
I guess.
Well, I'm surprised Braun Breaker isn't on the card. He's on the poster. You see him right there.
Yeah. So WWE teasing Trick and Mello with Bobby Lashley, New Nation faction. So I don't know who wins. I'm going to need every fan, whether it be black or white, stop asking for a new nation. Stop asking for a new goddamn Hurt Business. Stop. Ask for something new. Just ask for something new.
Bravo. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. Bravo. Because I 100% agree. No nation, no Hurt Business. No, leave that alone too. This is something new. It's a new entity and a new group. Call it something new. And it better be a good name. Or else SP3 is going to dunk on it. Metaphor. Stupid name. Stupid.
It's a shitty name. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's a shitty name. John Elite saying Ilja call up if he loses. Do you think Ilja goes to Raw or SmackDown if he loses this match?
If that is the plan and direction, I would rather you turn him heel right here in NXT and then go full heel run, even more aggressive than he already is. Ridiculous. And then put him in Imperium. At least storyline wise, it'll make sense because he'll be a heel at least. He has all that beef with Gunther from before. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I don't want him to be an Imperium at all. I don't want him to be. I think that would be stupid.
I'm okay with it if he becomes a killer for his heel.
I think that would be so stupid. So stupid. John Lee saying Trick Mullow Gang and Remorse Betrayal saying, what type of cake would Braun Breaker bake?
Oh man, say that 3 times fast.
We got Frantic Girl. So Vaughn is NXT version of Wardlow.
It is a power bomb, but no, he hasn't had that kind of success yet, nor that kind of failure either.
That's true. And finally, Remorse Betrayal saying, I was gonna make a band joke about Bobby's new faction, but I can't think of a band name hypothetically. Okay, well there you go. No, but
right now they're making the band.
I think it's gonna be a great show coming up this Sunday. And Romeo, you're gonna be here with all the fine people to watch all the action break down this Sunday at. Are you gonna be here for the pre-show since it has a kickoff match?
Maybe. We'll see how I'm feeling that night.
We shall see. But Romeo, let the people know where they can follow you on social media and what you got going on.
Follow me for Romeo Anthony. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. That's the number 4, not written out for, not like metaphor. The
Awful
number
name.
4, Romeo
Bet
Anthony.
you're for Romeo Anthony. So much better than metaphor. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And right here on the YouTube Wrestling channel, tonight's Elite Heat Dynamite watch along, and check us out on Saturday night on the Sports channel, True Heel Heat Sports. We'll watch the UFC pay per view, and then back here Sunday night, NXT Great American Bash. Come watch, even if you're a very casual viewer of NXT. You know, it's a night where nothing else is really going on. So it's, but they did the smart
Oh
move. They're by
my thing,
themselves.
dude. My
They're
bad.
by,
That's
they're
my
by
fault.
they're by themselves Sunday night. You know, come check it out if you're a casual viewer.
There you go. There you go, folks. You can follow me on the Twitter machine here at True Heel SP3. That's TRU, no E. You could also follow the gang Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at True Heel Heat. TRU once again, and check out all the great content we got on the channel right now. Our Dark Side of the Ring Season 4, Episode 7, Abdullah the Butcher, Legacy of Blood review is up right now with myself and Miss Chrissy Love. You also had myself, Sober Guy JJ, and the Stat King joined us for Collision Course number 6, reviewing last Saturday's AEW Collision. Of course, me and Jimmy Macaron will be back tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time to review tonight's AEW Dynamite. We're back on Friday for our Dark Side of the Ring review. Bam Bam Bigelow, the Beast of the East, best episode of the season. Spoiler alert for that. And then be back on Saturday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. The True Hill Heat Flagship Podcast. Myself, Miss Chrissy Love will be there, and some special guests. And then finally Sunday, Collision Course once again will be on earlier than the last couple of weeks because Great American Bash watch party later that evening. And then on Monday, be back here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, 12:05 p.m. Eastern Time with Romeo for our NXT The Great American Bash review. So much content to enjoy. Check out all of that. Check out our shorts here on the True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel, as well as over on the True Hill Heat Sports YouTube channel. Check out patreon.com/True Hill Heat, where we have a new edition of Review of Honor that is up right now. That is also available for members of the channel. So check that out as well. And I think, that is the last Review of Honor that will be available for Patreon backers, because Review of Honor will be a member exclusive weekly show only moving forward. But enjoy all of that. See us here tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Elite Heat, and enjoy the show this coming Sunday. For Romeo, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our NXT, The Great American Bash preview. We are signing off until next time.
Where's Dom on this poster? What are you doing?